Hi guys, welcome back to my Brave XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Eldryn. So let's start on how to use his normal form. So his normal form is like Starlight Elena. He is a true dual wield character, and yes, quite nice because he also get 1000 attack and magic on EX+2. So yes, in terms of stats, I can say they are about the same. But yes, Eldryn probably is more durable because he also gets fatal damage protection and 10 limit burst regen per turn. This is very nice because his limit burst can grant him with insane 10 physical evasion. Okay, like you can see here, the limit burst, it's upgraded on EX+2. The damage, you won't care about it because it is simply too low and he doesn't have limit burst damage passive or buff. Okay, so just ignore the damage, focus on the buff effects. But yes, other than physical evasion, I don't see anything special from this limit burst. And on the normal turn, he is absolute mirror of equity chainer. And the big downside for Eldryn is he need to use Saber Strike. So unlike Starlight Elena, which doesn't need a setup, you must use your Saber Strike to increase your damage modifier. Yes, the effects last for 9000 turns, but yes, the point here is you need to waste one turn for the setup, and I find that's kind of annoying. And if you take a look on the damage modifier, it is nice, but you will see later it is not that amazing. Okay, and you also need to force him to become AoE physical cover if you want to reach the maximum damage. Okay, he can become your AoE physical cover combined with his grandness, which grant him 10 physical evasion. Then he can become your emergency AoE physical cover, but I suggest you not to make him the main physical tank, okay? Because he relies on buff, not physical evasion stats, okay? And yes, for the rotation, like you can see, very simple. Saber Strike, Frostwork. Don't use Frostwork if you don't want to make him into AoE physical cover. Okay, and after that, simply repeat Saber Assault. That's it, very simple. And now let's take a look on the Brave Shift form. So on Brave Shift form, he becomes locked to Ice element. So yes, it is not flexible like the normal form. If you want to use other element than Ice, then use the normal form. And talking about Ice element, I can say that there is nothing so special on this form except for, yes, he has better stats, 300% attack magic boost compared to 250%, and he also absorb ice damage. So if the enemy has, let's say, strong single target ice attack, then you can simply make him into your passive provoker. Okay, very nice because of this absorb ice. And yes, the damage modifier is not that different, 360 times ice hybrid damage to single enemy. But again, you need to use a setup skill, Inescapable Snowstorm. So yes, basically the usage is the same. You set up ability and then repeat your ice cube, or whatever. Again, like you can see that, yes, 360 times 3 times means 1000 hybrid damage modifier, which is okay. But again, this form lacks something outstanding, okay? Really, really ordinary, I can say. And the limit burst, it is also not interesting. Only Beast Killer, which is useful for your party, okay? So I find this form is kind of underwhelming. The breaks only last one turn and only 80%. So really, guys, I can say nothing interesting from him. You may say, oh, Clash of Wheels, okay? Just enough about that, okay? Let's compare it on comparison. So yes, compared to Starlight Elena, Eldryn get better base stats. Like you can see here that Starlight Elena only get like 336 and Eldryn get like 390. So yes, it's quite huge difference, I can say that about that, okay? But again, remember that Eldryn is limited. Starlet Elena is not limited, so you have higher chance to have X+3 Starlet Elena, right? And yes, talking about class of whale, you may say that, oh, Eldryn has this nice 2250 times. Yes, it's great. But again, compared to Starlet Elena, if you max, you don't need to max, okay? You only need 550% limit burst damage in total. Starlet Elena can deal 3800. So yes, it is much higher compared to that Mirror of Equity chain. Now remember, because it is Mirror of Equity chain, you need to force yourself to bring another Mirror of Equity chainer. So Mirror of Equity right now is not meta. This is the biggest of, this is Eldryn's biggest weakness in my opinion. The damage modifier, it is not bad, I can say. He is about the same like Starlet Elena, which is great, okay? But why? Why Mirror of Equity? Starlet Elena can chain with Bolting Strike and Stardust Ray. Yes, Stardust Ray is a little bit weak for Starlet Elena, but the point here is Bolting Strike. Bolting Strike is really popular on today. And yes, the damage modifier not that different, so I can say that Starlet Elena is much better. And yes, Eldryn also only have one element, ice. Okay, you can make him into other elemental, but you need to have a support. For Starlet Elena, she has access to two elements, light and water, if I'm not mistaken, right? So again, I can say that Starlet Elena is better, unless of course you want to make him into your side tank. So my conclusion for Eldryn. So Eldryn is not a bad character, okay? He is simply okay character, but yes, okay is okay. Nothing interesting from him, okay? Because we already have Starlet Elena, and like you have seen my review, I can say that Starlet Elena is better, okay? She is much easier to use, I guess, because what you need is finish using her Brave Shift Limit Burst and about 3000 hybrid damage. But for this Eldryn, you need to bring someone who know absolute Mirror of Equity. If that's what your party composition, then it's good. But I don't think there are lots of good Mirror of Equity chainer. Maybe only Hawkeye. Okay, if you use Hawkeye, then maybe Eldryn is good thing. But if you use the recent meta, Stardust Ray, Bolting Strike are the things, not Mirror of Equity. And talking about Eldryn side roles, I can say that they are not good. Half as tank, half as buffer. So yes, I don't see any reason for you to get him. Yeah, even if let's say you already have X+1 version, I don't think it's that worth to make him into X+2. Yes, it is definitely helpful to have him, okay, but don't chase him. That's all I can say, okay? Tiana is the price on this banner, not this old Eldryn, okay? Especially if you already have Starlet Elena. If you don't have Starlet Elena and want to have hybrid character, then yes, this Eldryn is good, okay? But yes, that's his weakness, Mirror of Equity. So yes, for the Trust Mastery Word, STMR, and Vision card, they are not that interesting. The Trust Mastery Word, it is only good for hybrid attackers. Okay, same for the Snow Seeker. It is nice word, but nothing so special about it. Okay, sure it absorbs health, but why do you need it? In this game, it's all about you die or you don't die. I find that's kind of conclusion. And if you really need healing, I believe you already bring a healer. For the Vision card, it is low on attack and magic, low on stats boost. Kind of bad, okay? The good thing is if you need fatal damage protection. So it is defensive card, not something that will use lots of time, only on certain situation. So in the end, I can only give him like 7.5 out of 10. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave XVS, guys. And Merry Christmas, guys. Bye-bye.